Hey, Wayne Herring, StrongerSalesPeople.com. I wanted to talk to you quickly today about slow fat rabbits. And that may not be what you think it is, really has nothing to do with bunnies. And we aren't going to harm any rabbits in the making of this film, I promise. And the other thing I want to talk to you about is implementation hour and how slow fat rabbits tie into implementation hour. Okay, let's get started. I could not find any reference on the internet to where this came from, but I heard about this from my friend CJ Zaruba back when we worked together in the automotive business doing sales type work together. And the term slow fat rabbits is one that he brought to me, and the way that he brought it to us was during a meeting that we were having after we had received a consulting report from a company. So we engaged a consulting company to help us deal with a specific problem, and they gave us a whole report with lots of information and probably 15 recommendations, maybe 20. And we gathered the team together, the executive team together, and we looked through the items. So in that case, it was the 15 or so items in the consultant's report. And CJ brought us this idea of looking for slow fat rabbits. And the idea being slow rabbits, and if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, sorry, and if you love little rabbits, sorry. But if you're a fox, and if you're hunting and you want to keep your fox pup family fed, you'd be looking for slow and fat rabbits. So you want the slowest ones and you want the fattest ones because they're the easiest to catch and they're going to give you the most in a meal, right? So when you're sorting through an item list at work, or when you personally are making a list of all the things that you could be doing with your time, we want to make a list in our leftmost column here. So make a list of all those potential things you could be doing, perhaps during your implementation hour, that time you set aside to just turn off your phone, turn off your computer, turn off your email, turn off the dings, close the door, everything, and just get something done, something focused. So make a list of things, and then make a list of, are these items skinny or fat? So is the benefit that you're going to get from doing the thing big or small? Real simple, right? Big benefit, small benefit. And then make a list of, is it slow or fast? Meaning slow being easy and maybe doesn't take a lot of time. Fast being a bit more difficult, more complex, takes more time. So slow or fast. And once you've made this list of the items, skinny or fat, slow or fast, what you're going to see is there'll be a handful of things that it's just obvious. Like this one is fat and it's fast. Well, we'll get to it eventually. This one is skinny, not a lot of benefit. Maybe you can't even perceive a benefit, but it's slow, it's easy. Neither one of those are where we want to be working. The important ones are the ones that are fat and slow. That's where we start first, slow and fat rabbits. Next piece is whether it's you or other people on your team, you need to pick who is the owner of the project. This is a who. And a guy that I worked with for a short period of time, John Hammer, always used to tell us, 2 owners is no owner. And I think he may have gotten it from somewhere. I'm not ever sure of the source and where you pick these things up. But 2 owners is no owner. So you need 1 owner, 1 person on your team who's going to own this thing and own the slow fat rabbits. So often we get these lists and from a consultant, like in this case, and the list is nice, the report is nice, but it's what we do with it that matters, right? So the first step is, if you're a CEO or a business owner, make that list, have your team and you determine the slow fat rabbits, assign an owner, and then schedule the follow-up meeting. Now, implementation hour, I've been talking about that in videos the last few days. Implementation hour is, I got this from Taki Moore, my mastermind group that I'm in, and I've been doing it with my groups and with my clients, sometimes in the moment, sometimes as a scheduled thing. But implementation hour, again, is just where you set aside everything and get something done, especially something in some cases that you've been procrastinating for a while. It's not hard, it's almost like baffling why you don't do it, because you know it's a slow fat rabbit. Well, set aside that time in your calendar. Let's get some slow fat rabbits done. If you like this content, please hit like, please share if you know somebody else who might find it to be useful. And if you have any wins, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. I'd love to hear about them in a private message if you like. So thanks a lot. Find some slow fat rabbits and implement today.